There are moments in life when you wonder, am I truly safe from the people who wish me harm? The truth is, protection doesn't always come in the form of walls or shields. Sometimes it comes in the unseen ways, in the strength you carry, and in the peace that surrounds your heart. A woman who is protected is not ordinary. She walks with a light that no darkness can dim. If you want to know whether you are among those women, then listen carefully, because today I will share with you 5 powerful signs that a woman is protected from evil people. Each point is not just wisdom, it is a reflection of your inner strength and divine covering. 1. How to recognize the shield of peace. There is something truly powerful about a woman who carries peace within her. It is not the peace that comes from everything around her being perfect, but the peace that remains even when everything around her feels like it is falling apart. This kind of peace is not ordinary, it is protection. It is like an invisible shield that surrounds her heart and mind, keeping her safe from the chaos that evil people try to create. You see, those who want to harm you often use fear, anger, and confusion as their weapons. But when you carry peace within, none of those weapons can touch you. You become untouchable in a way that has nothing to do with physical strength and everything to do with spiritual resilience. A woman who is protected does not panic when storms arise, because deep down she knows she is not alone. She feels a calmness that others may not understand. While others may shout, blame, and break under pressure, she continues to breathe deeply and trust the process of life. This calmness is not weakness. It is evidence of a higher protection guiding her every step. Evil people may try to provoke her, they may try to create drama or chaos in her life, but they quickly discover that they cannot disturb her inner balance. And that in itself is a victory. The shield of peace also shows itself in the way she reacts to betrayal or hurtful words. Instead of being consumed by bitterness or hate, she chooses to let go. She knows that holding on to negativity only poisons her own soul, while peace frees her. That ability to release instead of retaliate is a sign of deep protection. Evil cannot enter where peace lives. This peace is also reflected in her choices. She does not rush decisions out of fear or pressure. She waits, she reflects, and she moves with clarity. People may wonder why she seems unshaken even in moments of uncertainty, but it is because her heart is guarded. She carries an assurance that no matter what happens, she is being watched over. This shield of peace becomes her strength, her protection, and her most powerful weapon against evil intentions. 2. How to sense protection through removal of toxic people. Sometimes protection does not look like an angel standing guard at your door. Sometimes it looks like certain people suddenly disappearing from your life. At first you may not understand why someone you trusted, loved, or counted on is no longer beside you. It may feel like rejection, betrayal, or even abandonment. But with time, you begin to see that what you thought was loss was actually protection. Toxic people are like poison. They drain your energy, blur your clarity, and keep you from becoming the best version of yourself. When they are removed from your path, it is not a punishment, it is a blessing. A woman who is protected often notices that relationships, friendships, or even work environments that are secretly harmful begin to fade away. Sometimes it happens suddenly, like a door being slammed shut. Other times it happens slowly as people distance themselves or circumstances change. In the moment it can be painful because the human heart craves attachment, but later she realizes that the removal was necessary. The ones who left were not meant to go where she is heading. They were holding her back, keeping her tied to cycles of negativity or disguising themselves as supporters while silently harming her growth. This kind of protection also comes in the form of red flags that she cannot ignore. A woman who is guarded may notice truth revealed about people's real intentions. Lies come to light, masks fall off, and suddenly she sees clearly who is for her and who is against her. It is not a coincidence, it is protection guiding her away before she suffers more deeply. The removal of toxic people may feel like heartbreak, but it is in fact healing. Even when toxic people leave her life, she does not chase after them. She may feel sadness, but her spirit whispers to her that peace is worth more than company. She understands that not every connection is meant to last forever, and that sometimes the greatest gift is distance. Evil people cannot reach her if they no longer have access to her heart, her mind, or her presence. Every goodbye that once broke her was really a door opening toward freedom, and every person who walked away was making space for her true circle of love, support, and sincerity. 3. Fiction. There is a unique kind of strength in a woman who chooses silence when others expect noise. In a world where everyone feels the need to prove themselves, to argue endlessly, and to fight every battle, she stands different. She understands that silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is protection. When a woman is guided, she knows that not every insult deserves a reply, not every rumor needs a reaction, and not every attack requires her energy. Her silence becomes her shield, guarding her from being dragged into the negativity that evil people try to create around her. A woman who carries this strength does not feel the urge to defend herself constantly in front of those determined to misunderstand her. She knows that truth does not need to scream, it shines on its own. Evil people often thrive on reactions. They provoke, they insult, they manipulate, all to see her break. But when she stays calm, when she chooses silence over anger, they lose their power. They become restless because their weapons cannot touch her. That silence, that calm restraint, is proof of her divine protection. This strength also shows in the way she handles betrayal. Instead of wasting her nights, plotting revenge, or lowering her dignity with arguments, she simply steps back. She lets silence speak louder than words ever could. Because she knows that silence has a language. It says, "I will not allow you to control my peace." It says, "You cannot bring me down to your level." Her silence becomes a mirror that reflects the truth back to those who tried to harm her. Silence is also a form of discipline. It teaches her patience and endurance. It helps her listen more deeply to her own heart and intuition. In the quiet moments, she finds clarity, she finds answers, and she finds strength that noise would have drowned. This kind of inner silence is not emptiness, it is fullness. It is being so secure within herself that she no longer feels the need to fight meaningless battles. And most importantly, her silence protects her dignity. Words spoken in anger can leave wounds, but silence preserves her grace. Evil people cannot stain her character when she chooses not to engage. Her silence becomes a fortress, reminding the world that real power is not in how loudly she speaks, but in how gracefully she holds herself when she says nothing at all. 4. How to see doors open in the right time? One of the most powerful signs of protection is when doors begin to open exactly when they are meant to. A woman who is under divine covering realizes that her life is not a series of random events. It is a journey guided with wisdom. She notices that certain opportunities never arrive too early and they never arrive too late. They come precisely at the moment when she is ready to receive them. This timing is not accidental. It is protection keeping her away from situations, people, and paths that could have harmed her had she stepped into them too soon. There are times when she prayed for something desperately only to face rejection. She may have cried, questioned, and even doubted herself, wondering why a particular door was closed. But later, when she looks back, she realizes that the closed door was not rejection at all. It was redirection. It was saving her from walking into harm, betrayal, or disappointment. The door that seemed locked was actually shielding her until something better, something safer, and something more aligned with her destiny appeared. That awareness itself is a sign of protection, because it takes wisdom to see that delays are not denials but shields. A protected woman also notices that the doors which open for her cannot be forced by anyone, nor can they be shut by anyone once they are meant for her. Evil people may try to block her progress, spread rumors, or build obstacles, but they soon realize that what is destined for her cannot be stolen. The timing of her blessings frustrates those who wish her harm, because no matter how hard they try, they cannot interfere with a plan greater than theirs. This sign also shows in how she feels when opportunities align. There is a sense of peace, ease, and clarity that tells her she is exactly where she needs to be. She doesn't have to beg, chase, or compromise her dignity for doors to open. They open naturally, as if life itself is inviting her forward. And with every door that opens at the right time, she grows stronger in faith, knowing that protection is guiding her steps away from danger and toward purpose. The right doors are not just opportunities, they are reminders that she is guarded, guided, and never left unprotected. 5. How to feel guarded through your resilience? Resilience is one of the clearest signs of a woman being protected. It is that inner power which allows her to rise even after she has been broken. When others expect her to give up, she stands tall. When life throws her into the fire, she emerges stronger, glowing with a light that cannot be dimmed. This resilience is not something she created on her own. It is evidence of unseen protection that keeps rebuilding her every time she falls. A woman like this may bend, but she never breaks. She may cry, but she never surrenders. Her spirit is guarded in ways that evil people cannot understand. Every challenge she faces becomes proof of her protection. When someone tries to harm her reputation, she is eventually elevated beyond their lies. When she is betrayed, she finds new connections that value her honesty and love. When she is pushed down, she discovers strength she never thought she had. Resilience is not just about surviving, it is about transforming wounds into wisdom and pain into purpose. That transformation is a shield, because no matter what evil tries to do, it only ends up making her stronger. Her resilience also shows in her ability to smile again after heartbreak. Not because her pain was small, but because she refuses to let it define her. She knows that scars are not signs of weakness, but proof that she has healed. Evil people may hope to see her destroyed, but instead they witness her shining brighter. They realize that no matter how much they try to shake her, she always rises. That kind of resilience frustrates those who wish her harm, because it proves that she is being guarded from within. Even in moments of loneliness, her resilience speaks loudly. She chooses not to let emptiness break her. Instead, she grows more patient, more focused, more determined. She begins to build a life so strong that no negativity can invade it. This resilience is her armor, making her untouchable to those who try to weaken her. It is the unshakable force that tells the world, you cannot destroy what has been divinely protected. And with every battle she overcomes, her resilience becomes the greatest reminder that she is never left unguarded, never left unprotected, and never truly defeated.